just gonna be a cozy Sunday. Clearly, when you're nervous and you can't sit still, you have to get a caffeinated beverage. I am spoiled now for any other coffee. I think I might cry. Morning, loves. Today is Sunday and it's quite the lazy morning. We've already watched church on our television. I'm watching my friend Amanda's new video. She uploads a video on YouTube every Sunday and I always look forward to that, so I have put it on the big screen because that's how cool she is. She deserves a big screen viewing. Currently just gonna munch on some breakfast. Really, it's more brunch than anything. It's already 11:30, but let's call it breakfast for the sake of sanity. After I do that, I'm gonna go outside. It looks like it's gorgeous weather. If you look at the corn moving, here, let me show you. Well, this doesn't help. You can't really see. The screen isn't letting me focus beyond the plant, but the corn stalks are blowing like crazy. So to me, that looks like a good day to be outside. So I think what I'm gonna do is get myself presentable. At this point, I have no makeup on. I don't know what my bangs are doing, and we're wearing flannel. So it's just gonna be a cozy Sunday. But what I'd like to do after I get some food on my stomach is go outside and do some devotions. I'd like to go through my devotional book. I'd like to write in my prayer journal and update that. I've got a few people on my list that I need to add, and just soak up some fresh air and sunshine. Who doesn't love that on a Sunday morning? Brought out my muffin tin because I wasn't able to finish my pumpkin muffin from last night, and that just sounds really good with a cup of tea. I'm gonna do my devotions, eat my muffin with my tea, waiting for this to steep, and then I'll pour the milk in. And then I want to write in my prayer journal. Basically, this is a journal filled with prayers for other people, sort of like a cool cause and effect thing. I don't tell the person I'm praying for them because it's not about accolades or taking credit for anything, but I want to pray for what they're going through and watch how God uses prayer to bring about a change in that person's life. And then my devotions that I'm going to be going through are called New Morning Mercies. Oh, it's so filthy. I really try to keep things clean, but a white canvas book without the book cover, because let's be honest, book cover sleeves are annoying. Really just had no chance. So let's see, what's today? September 12th. So nice out this morning. Breeze is wonderful. It's going to wreak havoc on my allergies, of course, but it's wonderful. This is the thing that people don't tell you when they make cozy videos. The things like bugs and allergies and all the discomforts that, are not really aesthetic or pleasing or belongs in a cozy video. But I'm all about keeping it real here. Well, that's cool. Today's devotional was really neat. Sometimes I like to read through them twice just because the first time I don't always absorb everything. It's one of those things about being ADD. You can't focus all in and absorb it all at once just the first time. So I'll probably read through it again, but I'll read you the intro because I think it's really interesting. Grace means you can never say that it's too hard, that you've been left on your own, or that you simply don't have enough. Basically, it's talking about how we talk to ourselves all the time throughout the day, usually with our lips not moving because people look weirdly at us when we do that. Although I'm used to that now because I talk to a camera in public all the time and I definitely get weird looks. But my philosophy is act confident and no one will question you. This is basically talking about how the things you tell yourself are vitally important and can shape the rest of your day. Throughout those conversations, you're either remembering God's grace and everything He's done for you and everything He will do for you, or you're not. You're either relying on God to have everything under control and to have your future figured out, or you're relying on your own willpower and your own control over things, which, let's be honest, we have very little control when it comes to things in life. And this is such a good reminder for me personally, because I am extroverted. I am a take charge, take control kind of person, and unknowns and things I can't control are not fun for me. I don't enjoy that part. And trusting God with my future, despite the fact that I have full faith that He is all-powerful and can do amazing, miraculous things, I still struggle to trust that He has what I want out of life in store for me. It's not that I don't think He has something good for me, it's that I'm worried He doesn't have what I think is good for me. And that's something I'm constantly working on, and that's kind of why I started this prayer journal. It's taking away my own feeling of control and putting that into prayer, and trusting that through prayer alone, which is honestly the most powerful weapon I can be armed with, that God's got this. And that's all we need to do, is to fully trust in Him, have full faith that He can and will do miraculous things. I think prayer can feel like the least influential thing we can do, because it's not proactive, right? It's sitting still and talking to God and having a conversation with Him, sharing your doubts and your fears and your struggles and your joys and your happy moments. It's not, okay, here's the problem, here's the solution, let's execute a plan. It's not that, which is what I like to do. It feels very helpless, because prayer is a form of total surrender, surrendering control, surrendering trust, surrendering the unknown. And I struggle with that a lot. I struggle with surrendering the unknown and surrendering control. But I find that when I do, God always has it handled. I don't know why I struggle with this so much, because time and again, God shows me that every time I let go and let God, He never lets me down. He shows me time and again that His timing is perfect and His plan is perfect. Anyway, I hope you don't mind me sharing what I gleaned from today's devotional. I don't do that all the time in my videos, but every so often I think it's nice to chat with you about what I'm learning and going through and growing in. So now that I've read my devotional, I'm going to start my prayer journal. Hello. Oh, I've got some cotton candy grapes beside me. I've been spending the last 2 hours, 3 hours, going through my notes from my classes that I took a few months ago for a social media marketing certificate, because I have a test coming up in October and I have to study for it. So I'm just camped out here on my laptop. So this is a list of things I did really well in, and it's all to do with job positions. So I did really well in social media, so I would be good as a social media associate, and so on. I did well in social media, marketing, automation, content marketing, and conversion rate optimization. And what I need to work on: web analytics, SEO, email marketing, digital advertising, and mobile marketing. I even wrote needs improvement. So what I've been doing is going through all of my notes, 73 pages worth, and making note cards for myself. It's a tedious task, to be perfectly honest with you, but I think it's going to help me so much in the long run to be able to have the note cards so I can just run through them instead of trying to make sense of the 73 pages of notes I took. That's what I've been doing for the past few hours. Snacking on grapes, obviously. And then that's probably what I'll be doing for the majority of today. And then tomorrow is a much more exciting day. I have a meeting with a company that I've grown up knowing about my entire childhood. So there's this radio show that I used to listen to as a kid, and that show was amazing. The only way I can describe it is it's like watching a movie with your eyes closed, because the voice actors are incredible, the sound effects are spot on. It's literally like watching a movie with your eyes closed. And my brother and I grew up listening to that our entire childhood. You get attached to the characters, and the characters are repetitive, so you see them living their lives, and the point of the show is to teach biblical, historical, moral lessons. Even now, if I listen back to old episodes, I just get so nostalgic and almost emotional because it was just such a special thing to me. You know, I'm not that big on social media, but I do have my small little platform, and I thought all I can do is ask. The worst they could say is no. So I found an email, sent it along its way, and basically just said I'd like to give back. Explained obviously in more detail what I was wanting, and left it at that, sent it on its way. I got a response, a thorough one. They've been so kind, chatting back and forth with me, and I have a meeting tomorrow with somebody to chat about moving forward. Whatever moving forward means. And honestly, if all I get out of this is a meeting and it goes no further than that, I will be happy, because at least I've taken a brave step, because I'm so small. I don't have 1 million followers. I don't have a big community that's impressive to people, but I've always been told that it never hurts to ask. So that's happening tomorrow, and I'm really excited. The more I think about it, the more nervous I get, so I'll probably stop talking about it now. I will tell you how it goes. It's just a first step. Who knows if anything will come of it, and if it doesn't, at least I asked the question and did the scary thing. I will keep you updated on how that goes. Obviously, this will be going up after the meeting, but if you could still keep it in your prayers anyway, because maybe there will be future meetings, and I will definitely love prayers for those. I'm gonna get back to studying for probably another 30 minutes and then give myself a break and see what the rest of the day holds. So it's getting dark, and I was trying to turn on my fairy lights, and of course I'm plugging them in and nothing's happening. The lights are not on. So I unplug it and plug it back in, and unplug it and plug it back in, and the lights still aren't turning on. I step back to look at the window as a whole and figured out that they are in fact turning on. Just only half of them. So this half of the string of lights is fine. This half, you can even see in the bulbs that they've burnt. So my fairy lights are at half capacity, and I'm really sad about it, because I love turning them on in the evenings when it gets a little bit dark and I don't want, you know, the overhead lights on, because that's a little jarring sometimes. This is just so much cozier, and I'm gonna have to go buy new. To be fair, they've lasted me a good long time. I think I've had these since, I want to say college. That may not be right, but it runs in my mind that I've had them since college. Probably when Christmas rolls around and the Christmas stuff starts getting put in stores, I'll be able to purchase new. Although, I could purchase them on Amazon. I didn't think of that. And then have them here in 2 days. Curtis is mowing the lawn, so you hear that in the background, sorry. Oh, that's not my car. It's my mom's car. I'm dressed in a very fall outfit, but also summer. I'm dressed in a long t-shirt with a flannel tied around my waist and my Soothies sandals. So I feel like I'm kind of a walking weather contradiction. This time of year is so awkward because it's cool enough for long jeans and a just-in-case flannel, but right now it's hot enough to where I don't even want the flannel and I need sandals. Basically, it's just life in Ohio in a nutshell. One of our neighbors is having a garage sale, and it is killing me not to go. But I literally have no extra money this week because I spent it on future clothing hauls. Oop, I can't let you listen to it, but if you're curious what I'm listening to, it's Restless Road. It's this new band that I'm really loving. They're country. They're a band of 3 dudes. Yeah, Restless Road. They're actually on tour right now, opening for someone. I couldn't tell you who. But if they ever go on tour themselves, I'm gonna be there. Maybe not the front row, but I'll be there supporting. I'm actually in love with their new single called Headlights. It's so good. If I wouldn't get copywritten by letting you listen to it, we would be jamming out in the car because it's so good. I'm gonna listen to that on the way to the grocery, just in case you were wondering. This is fall to me. Wind is down, sunroof open, perfect weather, country music out the radio. Woo! This feels so good. Driving down a country road, this is my happy place. I'm a terrible vlogger. I forgot to film putting everything away, but I'll show you what I bought, which is even better. So I don't know about you, but I'm nosy and I like seeing what people buy. All right, fridge needs a clear out. I acknowledge this, we've addressed it, we can move on. I purchased 2 packs of lunch meat. This is the Private Selection low sodium golden roasted chicken breast. This has no garlic, no seasoning, perfect for my allergy riddled self. I got these, which I'm so excited about. They're grapes, but they're cotton candy flavored. I know. I tried them last year and loved them. Didn't realize that my grocery store carried them, so I thought I would treat myself to some cotton candy grapes. I purchased some noodles by Bonza. They're rotini, although I don't really care what the shape is, but they're made from chickpeas, which is 20 grams of protein and 8 grams of fiber. So if I'm craving pasta one night, at least I can know that this is a healthy pasta to eat. And I grabbed some pink salmon, chicken of the sea. I love doing this for my chicken patty recipe. Well, I say mine, it's my mom's. I just make it all the time. And then in the freezer, I picked up some things for my sweet tooth. Some Sweet Lorens. This is a chocolate chunk cookie. Purchased 2 of those so I can have one in the fridge to eat just like cookie dough and another to make a bunch of cookies. This is really nice because it's free of all the typical allergens that you find in other cookies, so I like having those around. And then I just purchased a vanilla ice cream, which I pair with this, which I like to have when I have a severe sweet tooth attack. I had this as a kid. It freezes because of the cold. I don't know, it's some kind of sciencey thing. And I just love it. I think mostly for the nostalgia. The taste is great too, but the nostalgia wins every time. So now I'm home and I'm gonna either fix myself some dinner, or I'm not sure if my dad is bringing food home for everyone. Depending on that will depend on what I eat. I did put in a request for Panera though, so I might be eating some chicken noodle soup tonight, which just sounds so good. That has been hitting the spot for me lately. I could happily eat that every day right now. Don't know why. Maybe because I was sick the other week, but I don't know, chicken noodle soup just always seems to sound good. I'm gonna see if I can finish editing at least one of the plus size videos I've pre-recorded, get that uploaded and ready to go so that I don't have to think about it for next week. Hello loves, it's a little while later and I am about to chow down on some chicken noodle soup from Panera. I've got my soup, I've got my baguette, I've got some cotton candy tasting grapes that I showed you earlier that I've been munching on, and they're just so good. I mean, I'm not sure I can go back to normal grapes now. And then for dessert, I have, wait for it. Oh, looks so good. A pumpkin muffin. Felt like it was only proper to have a pumpkin muffin now that fall is officially here. And that'll make a really good dessert. I'm just watching some old Zoella vlogs. This one is her birthday weekend to New York, I think. And it's just kind of going through them at this point, and I'm not mad about it. So I'm just gonna watch that while I munch on my food. Also, if you're wondering what these white boards are, I use them as background for when I take photos of my thrifted items for my online shop, which I have linked down below if you want to peruse any of the treasures I've found. But yeah, those are there and I haven't moved them. Behind them are my plants that desperately need watering. I'll have to do that tomorrow. I think I'm just gonna have a quiet evening in. There's apparently a Hallmark movie at 9 that features Lauren Elena, the country singer. I've seen it advertised and it looks really cute. I mean, it's Hallmark, it's gonna be cute by default, but it just looks cute with her in it. So I thought I would watch that when it comes on, so that'll be happening at 9. And then honestly, after that, I'll probably just go to bed and pick up the camera tomorrow. Good morning, loves. It's the next day, and you can tell I'm fixed up because I have lipstick on, my bangs are behaving, and I'm dressed in this really cute outfit that is actually featured in an upcoming plus-size clothing haul. In fact, I think you'll already have seen it before this vlog comes out, because that video will go up on Wednesday and this will go up on Saturday. So you'll have already seen it. I am dressed up because today is meeting day. That's happening, from what I understand, at 11 this morning, and it's already 9. As soon as I woke up, I remembered it was meeting day and I couldn't go back to sleep. So I just got up, got ready, and I'm currently trying not to get nervous. I'm the kind of person that's an overthinker. I overthink and I overanalyze a lot, especially when it's big, important things that really matter to me, and this really matters to me. So I think the nerves are just gonna have to ride this morning, and once the meeting starts, I'll be fine. It's always how it goes. I am a nervous wreck right up to the event, and then once the event starts and I'm in it, I'm fine. So I just gotta wait it out. But I want to do a couple things before the meeting. I want to light a candle. I want to set up my couch so that it looks gorgeous for a background in case the call is a video call. And I want to get a fall themed coffee, because clearly when you're nervous and you can't sit still, you have to get a caffeinated beverage. It can only help, right? It's bright out here this morning, but it's really nice. It hasn't gotten super hot yet, so I'm just sitting here rocking away like an 80-year-old. I'm about to eat some scrambled eggs on toast with water, and then after I eat this, I'm gonna go get a coffee, but gotta turn this way, I can't see. While I eat my breakfast, I want to spend some time in prayer over this meeting that's gonna happen, just because I am so nervous, and as much as I hope that it goes well and that this opens a lot of doors, I really want God's hand in it too, because without His hand in it, it's not gonna succeed anyway. I just want to pray for a little bit in the quiet by myself out here, listening to the pool gurgling away and the birds singing and the cicadas chirping. Is that the right descriptive word? And then we'll go get coffee. Okay, I have officially had breakfast, spent some time in prayer. Anybody know what this means? What do all these mean? I know that means oil, that means battery. The heck is that? Okay, I figured it out. I turned the car off and turned it back on, and the problem went away. So I'm not sure what that was about, but I'm grateful that there's nothing officially wrong with my car, because I just don't have the money for that. Although I do still feel nervous, I feel better. If that makes any sense at all, it probably doesn't. But I'm gonna go get some coffee and hurry back for my meeting. Such a rush that I didn't even care if they saw me filming. I try to be discreet in public places. I still film. I don't let that stop me, but I also am not very blatant about it, or at least I try not to be. This time, I didn't even care. I was in such a rush because I have a meeting. I mean, I'll get to the meeting on time, no problem. I'm just nervous about getting there on time. So I was mostly nervous about getting in and getting out, but also getting the footage. It was all a big kerfuffle, but we got it, I think. I got myself an iced chai latte from Purebred, of course. And I was worried because of the time that it would be really busy in there. And if it had been, I would have just walked out because I'm not missing this meeting. But it wasn't, and I was kind of surprised. But it's also a weekday as opposed to a weekend, and I always forget that. So that was nice that I didn't have to worry about having any line to wait on or anything. So I'm gonna sip on this, head home, and get set up for my meeting. Oh, that's good. Oh, that is so good. I'm telling you, I am spoiled now for any other coffee. Once I tried Purebred and tasted their coffee, there's no comparison. There's no going back. I cannot have any other coffee without thinking, this isn't as good as Purebred. Life's hard. That went the best it could have gone. I'm trying not to cry. Thank you, God. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I hope this turns out to be something really amazing. Hello loves, it's a little while later. I took a minute to decompress and fully process everything that was said and everything that happened before picking up the camera again. I've set the mood. I have an autumn cozy pumpkin festival atmosphere sound video playing on my TV, which just fully sets the autumn mood. I lit a candle by one of my favorite candle companies called ABC Market. They have so many candles that first of all smell amazing and second of all are based on books. I feel like that's a win-win situation. I have the Pemberley scented candle, and I mean, you guys know how much I love Jane Austen and Pride and Prejudice and all those stories. Pemberley just was the perfect candle choice. I actually bought that at Vintage Market Days of Dayton and Cincinnati, which I vlogged with my friend Nicole. Actually, I'll leave that in the corner for you so you can watch it. But that's where I picked up this candle. Actually, I showed off the ABC Market booth and everything, so you can see what they're about if you want to. Back to the meeting, which I'm sure you're all dying to hear about. I don't want to talk too much about details just because it's all very new, but what I can say is that it went very well as I could have hoped for it to. It was so clearly God's timing for so many reasons. I filmed the meeting so that I could remember what was said because when I'm nervous, I don't absorb anything after the fact. So I wanted to film it so that I could play it back and remember everything that was said. But obviously I didn't want to play the audio, so I just made it a time lapse for you guys so you could see that the meeting was happening, but no details. Anyway, the long and short of it is I think this could really be an answer to prayer. Part of me doesn't want to get my hopes up too much because I don't want to be disappointed. I don't think I will be, but you never know with this kind of stuff. Basically, this is the start of something that could be really amazing in the future. Who knows? So I'm excited. New chapters, new doors that could potentially be opened. If nothing ends up coming from it, it'll still be a once-in-a-lifetime experience and I'll be grateful for it. But I'm hoping that that's not the case. I'm hoping that it's a door that will lead to other doors. Anyway, I'm really excited about what this could mean and what opportunities it could bring, and I'll keep you as updated as I can. As of right now, I don't want to give too many details because it's all very new and even I don't know all the details yet, but in due time, hopefully I'll be able to share more. This has been a great day, and I think this is a good opportunity to end the vlog on a good note, on a good day. I think I'm going to call it here. Thank you guys so much for watching and spending the day with me. I really appreciate you being here and watching to the end. If you liked it, don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you never miss a future video from me. And I'll see you in the next one. Love you guys. Mwah. Bye!